Hello everyone. I would like to discuss electromagnetic induction. This is one of the most important chapter. First, we will discuss the basic concept, then we can go in depth. So, first, what is electromagnetic induction? Whenever we are varying the electromagnetic field, then it induces the electric current. Whenever we are changing the magnetic lines of forces, then it induced in a coil or conductor electric current. That process we can call electromagnetic induction. How to define means the phenomenon in which electric current is induced by varying of magnetic field is called electromagnetic induction. First, I will write the definition. The phenomenon in which electric current is induced by varying magnetic field is called electromagnetic induction. This is the basic definition. Next, we need to learn one more concept, magnetic flux. It is denoted with a phi. What is magnetic flux means? The number of magnetic lines of forces passing normally through a given area is called magnetic flux. Means magnetic uniform or non-uniform magnetic lines of forces are passing. So particular area we are taking. In that area, how many number of magnetic lines of forces is passing through the normal? We can call magnetic flux. So we can write the definition. The number of magnetic lines of force passing normally through given area is called magnetic flux. Okay, magnetic flux. How we need to explain through the diagram means, here I am taking a magnetic lines of forces. So this is nothing but uniform magnetic lines of forces. It is passing. I am taking a particular area like this. This is a particular area. From this, how many number of magnetic lines of forces passing in this area? This is a normal. We can consider. This area. This is a normal. We can consider as a normal. So from this area, how many number of magnetic lines of forces we can consider as a magnetic flux? It is denoted with a phi letter. Phi is equal to, we can write magnetic field induction. We can write as a B. Area, it is passing in a area. magnetic lines of forces are passing in a area means area I am taking, this is a area. So that's why I wrote A. And also we can write a horizontal component cos theta we can write. I will tell how why we are taking only cos theta. I will tell. So this is a basic definition of magnetic flux. So we can write in the form of phi is equal to BA cos theta. We can write. Okay. Next, why we are getting a cos theta? We'll clear this one. See here. So magnetic lines of forces are passing like this. So here I am taking a one inclination area like this. This is the area. From this area, normal I am drawing. Normal nothing but this is the normal. This is the normal. So this magnetic field angle is magnetic lines of forces and normal in between the angle is theta we can write. Theta we can write. This is a normal of that area. Area normal. Now this area is resolved into two components. So what is that? Horizontally means along this theta. So we can write as a cos theta we can write. Another side we can write as a sin theta we can write. So here magnetic lines of forces this direction only it is going. That's why we can write phi is equal to BA cos theta we can write. Okay. That is in the case of uniform magnetic lines of forces. In the case of non-uniform magnetic field means in the case of non-uniform magnetic field. Non-uniform magnetic field. So in that case, we can write phi is equal to, we can take a small element, we can complete area means, or we can calculate using of integration with the limits. That's why we can write integration of B ds we can take, small element ds we can take, and we are integrating that, adding that limits, we can get a complete value we can get. So this is in the case of non-uniform magnetic field. Okay. Next we will see the Faraday's law. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. So here what we tell the Faraday's law means, it is a relative motion between a magnetic field and conductor or coil. In between that relative motion, we tell this Faraday's law. How we need to explain means, due to relative motion between magnetic field and conductor or coil of magnetic lines, then it induces the electromotive force or EMF in the coil. That will tell the first law of Faraday's. First law of Faraday's, what will tell? Whenever we are, it is a relative motion between magnetic field and coil. That induce the, then it induce the EMF. That will tell the first law. I will write here. Due to relative motion between a magnetic field and conductor or coil of magnetic line, then an electromotive force is induced in the coil. This will tell the coil, this will tell the, what is that? First law of thermodynamics. What is that? First law we can consider. What will tell the second law means, see here, second law will explain that the induced EMF is produced in the coil that is equal to negative sign, that is rate to change of magnetic flux. It is linked to that. So means here I will write the induced EMF produced in the coil is equal to negative rate to change of magnetic flux. Magnetic flux, that is link. So magnetic flux means we can write E is equal to R, this symbol also E, or E is equal to minus d phi by dt. Rate of change of flux in opposite direction means negative is equal to EMF. Means whenever we are changing the magnetic field, opposite direction, it induces the electromotive force or electric current. That will tell the second law. Here coil we took. In that coil, n number of turns are there. So in that case, we can write E is equal to minus n d phi by dt we can write. So here, this is also we can write minus d by dt of n, as it is I will write n. So in that case n, so phi nothing but what? VA cos theta we can write. VA cos theta we can. Okay, that is the second case. So this will tell the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Next we will see the Lenz's law and conservation of energy. We will see conservation of energy. We will see Lenz's law and conservation of energy. Here, it is the fundamental law involving the law of conservation of energy. It is help to decide the polarity. Polarity means a direction of induced EMF or induced current in the coil. So it will tell in a Lenz law which direction or which polarity, which direction EMF or induced current will produce. That will tell the Lenz law. For example, here we can take a one metallic ring horizontally. I will take so metallic ring I will take a horizontally. Now I am dropping one magnetic bar. One magnetic bar I am dropping like. So this is a magnetic bar. This is a south pole. This is the north pole. So whenever it is dropping in a horizontal of a metallic ring, so it is this magnet, it is having a weight mg downward direction is there. Now it induces the EMF in this metallic ring. So here force is exerted by the induced magnetic field of this ring. So means whenever this magnetic bar is dropping means induce the EMF. That force is exerted in upward direction like this. This is the force. From this we can write net force is equal to what we can write net force F net. I will write F net is equal to and downward mg upward whatever force is exerted by whatever induced magnetic field in that ring on that magnet based only. So that is minus F in opposite direction. We know Newton's second law. F is equal to ma. This is net acceleration is equal to mg minus F we can write. So from this net acceleration is equal to g minus F by m we can write. From this we can tell net acceleration is less than of gravity we tell. So this is the in a closed ring. If it is in a cut ring is there, it will not produce the current in that ring in the case. So for example, I am taking a vertical ring I will take. So whenever we are taking a magnetic bar, it is a south and this is a north pole. Now whenever we are inside this magnetic bar inside this ring means then it induces the current in a clockwise direction. What is it? Clockwise direction induced current will produce. What is it? Clockwise induced current. Next, in the case of, for example, same case. Now magnetic bar I am taking. This is the south pole. This is the north pole. Now I'm removing means coming outside this magnetic bar. Then is also in this metallic ring also it induce the current in a clockwise direction. Same only clockwise direction. If this magnetic bar you can rotate, for example, magnetic bar. So north and south pole. If it is rotating like this, rotating circularly, no current will induced. No current induced. Okay. So these are the few cases. Next we will see expression for induced EMF. Expression for induced EMF. Expression for induced EMF. Now, here we are changing the magnetic flux. Initially, flux is phi1 at any instant of time. Afterwards, its flux changes means magnetic field is changing. So, flux change at any instant of time. First case, phi1 is there. Afterwards, it is changed to phi2. How much time it takes? Means after dt time, it changed to phi2. Then here what happened? It induced the EMF. So we can write E is equal to minus d phi by dt. This is according to applying of what is that Faraday's law or Lenz's law. Lenz's law will tell the direction. Faraday's law will tell the rate of change of flux, nothing but it induces the EMF will tell. Now n number of coils are there, so we can write so minus n d phi by dt. And also we can write in terms of phi 1, phi 2 means change of flux nothing but E is equal to, we can write minus n phi 2 minus phi 1 by dt we can write. This is the expression for induced EMF. So we must remember this formula. It is useful for next case also, means expression for induced current also. So next case, expression for induced current. So here we are taking a coil, it is having a resistance R is there. So magnetic flux in a coil, it is having a resistance R is there. Now change of flux, where initially phi 1, then it is changed to phi 2. So what happened? It induced the EMF or current is there. We are discussing current means it induced the electric current. Now current is equal to what we can write? Ohm's law, E by R. EMF means voltage. So V is equal to IR. So I is equal to E by R. E nothing but voltage. Now from this, I is equal to now previously, now only what is that expression for induced EMF? We derived that N phi 2 minus phi 1 by dt. Here R also is there. From this, this is nothing but a E. From this, what we can write? Magnitude of current I is equal to E nothing but what? Induced EMF by R nothing but what? Resistance in coil or circuit, whatever you want. So that's why we can write N by R. Simply we can write d phi by dt also we can write. Two equations, whatever it is. So this is the expression for induced current. Next, one more case is there. Expression for induced charge. Expression for induced charge. See here, the amount of charge induced in that coil nothing but we know, now only we wrote I is equal to E by R according to Ohm's law. So here I is equal to now only we derived 1 by R d phi by E means E by R d phi by dt minus we can write. But we know current is equal to what? Charge by time. So dq by dt we can write equal to 1 by R minus I will take. So d phi by dt. Now dt cancel. So dq is there. I want a q. So integrate, we can get a q value, we can get. Now this is nothing but minus 1 by R d phi we can get. So minus 1 by R outside. Integration of d phi means initial to final. So it is a limits of initial to final. So what we can get after integration with applying of limits directly I will write upper limit minus lower limit root. So minus is there, so I will write initial flux minus final flux by resistance is equal to charge. So this is the expression for induced charge. So Q is equal to, we can write as a change in the flux by resistance in the circuit of coil. So this is the expression for induced charge. Okay, thank you.